When Jordan Peterson dropped his book 12 Rules for Life in 2018, it was a massive success, and for good reason. It's brilliant, but he got one thing wrong, namely his theory on the origins of the Bible. Peterson is an advocate for something called the documentary hypothesis. It's a theory about the origin of the Pentateuch, which is the first 5 books of the Bible. This theory dates back to the 1800s. It states that due to grammatical variations in the Pentateuch, it was compiled at a much later date than originally thought, and by these 4 authors. It often goes by the acronym JEDP, which stands for the Yahwehist, the Elohimist, the Deuteronomist, and the priestly source. And so on the surface this seems to make sense. They have literary variations and generally focus on different names for God, but when you think hard about it, it remains a theory because it doesn't work. There are loads of flaws in using this. It's generally thought as outdated in the world of theology and is increasingly uncommon. But the biggest problem with it is that there's no evidence whatsoever to support it. In fact, all the evidence out there points to what Jews and Christians have taught for thousands of years. For example, in 1979, archaeologists found a couple of rolled up scrolls of silver with Hebrew text from the Pentateuch on it. These scrolls date back to around 650 BC, and they contain in one document text from multiple books of the Pentateuch. This contradicts the theory because it shows books from the Pentateuch together in one document in a time when the theory would say that they weren't even written yet. It remains unproven, and it will do. All the findings point to one collective work, unified in thought. It's surprising that Peterson utilizes such a theory. It's outdated, unproven, and illogical to how the Bible reads. Now don't get me wrong, Peterson is brilliant. His message of taking responsibility for your life is one that the world needs to hear. But his use of the Bible doesn't do it justice. Listen to his psychology, because he's a psychologist, but where he tries to do the work of a theologian, stay critical. The message of the Bible is one of salvation. It's the only way to make sense of this confusing and messy world. The way Peterson uses the Bible doesn't do it justice, and it undermines its authority. As God's word, the Bible contains the message of salvation found in the person of Jesus Christ. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to smash that subscribe button that's down there. We made a video about why we think you should read the Bible. It's a great video, so be sure to swing on over there and check that out too.